Once a towering giant in the entertainment industry, Blockbuster was synonymous with movie nights, family gatherings, and the thrill of picking out the perfect film. At its peak, the company boasted over 9,000 stores worldwide, dominating the home video rental market and becoming a cultural icon of the 1990s. However, what followed was a dramatic fall from grace as Blockbuster failed to adapt to the rapidly changing landscape of digital entertainment. Today, we will talk about From Giants to Relics, Blockbuster's story revealed. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, also subscribe to my channel. From Giants to Relics, the Blockbuster story revealed. Imagine this, it's Friday night and you're standing in the glowing blue and yellow aisles of a Blockbuster store surrounded by endless shelves of VHS tapes and DVDs. The excitement of picking the perfect movie for the weekend is unmatched. For millions, Blockbuster wasn't just a store, it was a tradition, a cultural icon, and the heart of entertainment. But how did this billion-dollar empire with over 9,000 stores worldwide collapse into obscurity? What mistakes led to its downfall, and what can we learn from its story? Today, we're uncovering the rise, reign, and fall of Blockbuster. Stick around because this isn't just a story about a video rental chain. It's a lesson in innovation, competition, and the cost of failing to adapt. The humble beginnings. Blockbuster's story begins in 1985 when David Cook, a computer systems consultant, opened the first store in Dallas, Texas. Cook's idea was simple but groundbreaking: create a video rental store with a massive selection of movies, organized like a library, and use technology to manage inventory. Unlike small rental shops, Blockbuster offered thousands of titles, clean stores, and a family-friendly vibe. It was an instant hit. By 1986, the company had 19 stores, and its success caught the eye of entrepreneur Wayne Huizenga, who saw the potential for something much bigger. Cook's vision was fueled by the growing popularity of VHS tapes and the increasing demand for home entertainment. Families wanted a convenient way to watch movies at home, and Blockbuster delivered. The stores were designed to be welcoming, with bright lighting, wide aisles, and a vast selection of films for all ages. It wasn't just about renting movies, it was about creating an experience. Cook's background in computer systems gave Blockbuster a unique advantage. He developed a sophisticated inventory management system that allowed stores to track rentals and stock levels efficiently. This technology set Blockbuster apart from smaller, disorganized rental shops and laid the foundation for its rapid expansion. The rise of a giant, Wayne Huizenga, the man behind waste management and automation, acquired Blockbuster in 1987. Under his leadership, the company exploded. Huizenga's strategy was aggressive. He bought smaller chains, expanded globally, and turned Blockbuster into a household name. By the early 1990s, Blockbuster was opening a new store every 17 hours. It wasn't just a store, it was a cultural phenomenon. Families spent weekends browsing its aisles, and its late fees became a notorious but accepted part of the experience. Huizenga's approach was simple: dominate the market. He acquired competitors, invested in advertising, and ensured Blockbuster was everywhere. By 1994, the company had over 3,500 stores in the US alone and was expanding internationally. Blockbuster became synonymous with movie nights, and its iconic blue and yellow logo was a symbol of entertainment. At its peak, Blockbuster had over 9,000 stores and 60,000 employees worldwide. It seemed unstoppable. The company's success was also fueled by its partnerships with movie studios. Blockbuster secured exclusive deals to stock new releases, ensuring customers would flock to its stores for the latest hits. This strategy helped Blockbuster dominate the rental market and left smaller competitors struggling to keep up. The competition heats up, but Blockbuster wasn't alone. Competitors like Hollywood Video and Movie Gallery began to challenge its dominance. These chains offered similar experiences, often with lower prices or unique perks. Hollywood Video, for example, focused on a more upscale experience with larger stores and a wider selection of niche films. Movie Gallery, on the other hand, targeted smaller markets, offering convenience and personalized service. Blockbuster responded by doubling down on its strengths: more stores, more movies, and aggressive marketing. However, this focus on physical expansion would later backfire. While Blockbuster was busy building its empire, a new threat was emerging. Also highlighted Blockbuster's weaknesses. Customers often complained about high prices and late fees, which became a significant source of revenue for the company. While Blockbuster defended these practices as necessary for profitability, they left many customers feeling frustrated and exploited. The Netflix threat. In 1997, a little-known startup called Netflix launched with a simple idea: rent DVDs by mail with no late fees. At first, Blockbuster dismissed Netflix as a niche service. Why wait days for a movie when you could drive to a Blockbuster? But Netflix had a secret weapon: convenience. As internet speeds improved, Netflix introduced streaming in 2007, allowing users to watch movies instantly. Blockbuster, tied to its brick-and-mortar model, struggled to keep up. Netflix's subscription model was a game changer. For a flat monthly fee, customers could rent as many DVDs as they wanted with no late fees. This was a direct challenge to Blockbuster's business model, which relied heavily on late fees for revenue. By the time Blockbuster launched its own streaming service, it was too late. Netflix had already captured the market and Blockbuster was playing catch-up. Netflix's success was also driven by its focus on customer experience. The company used data to recommend movies based on user preferences, creating a personalized experience that Blockbuster couldn't match. As Netflix grew, Blockbuster's market share continued to shrink. The failed pivot, Blockbuster tried to adapt. In 2004, it launched Blockbuster Online, a mail-order DVD service to compete with Netflix. It even offered a total access program, allowing customers to return DVDs in store and rent new ones immediately. For a moment, it seemed like Blockbuster might recover. The total access program was popular and Blockbuster Online gained traction. But internal conflicts, poor management, and a lack of focus doomed the effort. Blockbuster's leadership was divided on how to move forward. Some wanted to focus on physical stores, while others pushed for digital expansion. Meanwhile, Netflix kept innovating, introducing streaming and original content. Blockbuster's efforts were too little, too late. The decline begins. By the late 2000s, Blockbuster was in trouble. The rise of streaming services, Redbox kiosks, and on-demand TV eroded its customer base. Families no longer needed to visit a store to rent movies. They could stream them instantly from home. Redbox offered $1 DVD rentals at convenient locations, and cable companies introduced on-demand services. Stores began to close and the company filed for bankruptcy in 2010. The once mighty giant was now a shadow of its former self. Efforts to rebrand and modernize failed to resonate with consumers, who had moved on to more convenient options. Blockbuster's decline was swift and brutal. The bankruptcy marked a turning point for Blockbuster. The company closed thousands of stores, laid off employees, and sold off assets in an attempt to stay afloat. But without a clear strategy for the future, Blockbuster's fate was sealed. The final nail in the coffin, in 2013, Blockbuster's parent company, Dish Network, announced it would close the remaining 300 stores. The news marked the end of an era. For many, it was a nostalgic moment, a reminder of how quickly industries can change. Blockbuster's downfall wasn't just about bad decisions, it was a cautionary tale about the importance of innovation and adaptability. The legacy of Blockbuster. Today, Blockbuster is remembered as a relic of the past, but its legacy lives on. The company revolutionized how we consumed media, bringing movies into our homes and creating a shared cultural experience. Its blue and yellow logo remains a symbol of nostalgia for millions. Blockbuster's impact on the entertainment industry is undeniable. It paved the way for modern streaming services, showing the importance of convenience and customer experience. While the company failed to adapt, its influence can still be seen. Like Netflix, Hulu, and Disney Plus can be traced back to Blockbuster's early innovations. These platforms have taken the concept of home entertainment to new heights, offering instant access to thousands of movies and TV shows. But without Blockbuster, the industry might look very different today. Lessons learned. Blockbuster's story is more than just a business failure. It's a lesson in the importance of staying ahead of the curve. The company's inability to adapt to new technologies and changing consumer habits sealed its fate. In today's fast-paced world, businesses must constantly innovate or risk being left behind. Blockbuster's downfall is a stark reminder that no company, no matter how big, is immune to disruption. The entertainment industry has changed dramatically since Blockbuster's heyday, but the lessons from its rise and fall remain relevant. One of the key takeaways from Blockbuster's story is the importance of listening to customers. While Blockbuster focused on expanding its physical stores, it failed to recognize the growing demand for convenience and flexibility. By the time it tried to pivot, it was too late. The end of an era. Blockbuster's rise and fall is a story of ambition, success, and ultimately failure. It's a reminder that even the mightiest giants can fall if they fail to evolve. As we look back on Blockbuster's journey, we're reminded of the importance of embracing change, listening to customers, and staying ahead of the competition. The entertainment industry has come a long way since the days of VHS tapes and late fees, but Blockbuster's story will always hold a special place in our hearts and in the history of business. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.